We've made our way down to a field to do a little bit of a real field test today. We've been asked a lot of things about spinning rods and how far you can throw off the beach when spinning for things like snook and garrick and that type of thing. We hear a lot of stories from manufacturers, tackle shop owners, anglers who say they can throw certain distances. I don't know. Don't ask me, ask a Rapala. He doesn't have to lie, he holds the world record for world record. So let's see what he says about this whole thing. We're going to be using the same lure for all the testing. The one we've chosen is a 40 gram Williamson Thunder Jig. By far the most popular brand for shore-based spinning reel is Shimano, and the most common size is a 5000. For this experiment we are using the best reel available, the Shimano Stella 5000. Its state-of-the-art propulsion line management system together with its AeroWrap 2 oscillation make it the best casting reel available in its class. The first range of rods we're going to throw is the Shimano Aerocast. This rod was at the forefront of the shore-based spinning revolution and almost single-handedly started it all. It has since been the standard against which all rods are measured. It is fitted with Fuji's Alternate Guide concept and comes in a 3-piece configuration, which is really handy for anyone who travels. The Aerocasts certainly show why they have the well-deserved market-leading reputation. The longest cast of the day was with an 11-foot Aerocast and measured in at 112 meters. The distances achieved with both the 10-foot and 11-foot were very similar. Stef actually had a better average casting distance with a 10-foot model. The slightly shorter and faster action 10-foot makes it easier to generate a higher casting speed that results in your cast traveling that much further. Our first two rods were Shimano Aerocast and the 11 and 10 foot. We've gone on to the big guns now. Shimano Blue Romance. This is a 10 foot 10, which is basically 11 foot. So let's see how far this guy can go. The Blue Romance is one of Shimano's biofiber powered rods. As is the case with the Aerocast, the Blue Romance is also made of HPC, which stands for high pressure carbon. It's fitted with Fuji's K-series tangle-free guides and has a lure weight range of 40 to 80 grams. As for the Blue Romance, the 40 gram lure we were using is right at the bottom end of the Blue Romance's lure weight recommendations. I found the rod wasn't loading properly and will certainly perform better with a heavier lure. Having said that, my casts with a 10 foot 10 model were only 6% shorter than the average of that with an 11 foot Aerocast. The surprise package of the day was the 9 foot Blue Romance. It throws on par with the 10 foot Aero and the 10-10 Blue Romance, but is far easier and lighter to fish with. There's been a lot of hype about Fuji's microwave guide concept, so we decided to test it as well. Fuji claim a 20% increase in distance, but judging from feedback from around the world, it seems like it hasn't quite delivered on its claims. The microwave system gave me the impression of a really smooth and controlled cast. The consistency and accuracy were also very impressive. However, the casting distance was a very big letdown. Accuracy in shore-based spinning isn't that important, and the distance is the big draw card. If Fuji's claims are true and it did increase casting distance of the rod blank by 20%, then with normal guides that rod would throw less than 30% shorter than an Aerocast of the same length, and I find that very difficult to believe. Fuji have already replaced the microwave guide concept with a KR concept, and after today's testing I also think that maybe the best place for a microwave is in the kitchen and not on a saltwater spinning rod. After an afternoon of testing and experimenting, we've come to a few conclusions. Surprisingly, the rod length makes very little difference in the distance one can cast. Knowing this, I'm certainly more inclined to use a 9 or a 10 foot rod, as I can work a lure like a max wrap or drop shot far easier, and I won't sacrifice distance when I fish with a spoon or a plug. When using reels like Shimano Stellas or Sustains with propulsion spools and AeroWrap oscillation, the guides on the rod play less of a role, as the line coming off the reel is far more controlled. From a practical fishing perspective, the elevation of standing on a high rock, you could comfortably throw around 150 meters of line, but the actual distance your lure travels will only be around 125 meters. Thanks for watching, happy spinning and tight line.